Just like a goldsmith engraving with a diamond, Jackie Stewart opened for Francois Cevert the road to succession. The little Scotsman had appointed an archangel as heir to his world championship throne. A very gifted but also industrious student, in Jackie Stewart's wake, Francois Cevert very quickly became a household name. Everybody loved him. His charisma burst into the daylight. France was going crazy over him.
He was a very special character, of course. First of all, he was very handsome, with big blue eyes, and all the girls loved him. Okay, that's what attracted him to my wife, but not to me. For me, his attraction was the fact that he was a future world champion. He had all the talent. He had what was necessary to become a future world champion.
Glory had silently landed on his shoulders, but there was a long way to go. He needed to learn more.
Really give the power, it's not a nice impression, you know. See, all vibration. It's not, with that one it's just very, very nice.
He was a very easygoing person, always wanting to be helpful to the rest of the team.
He was a fantastic friend. It was nothing that he wouldn't do to help me or anybody in the team, and he shown that very much with Jackie.
What do you think about Emerson as a pilot? Emerson Fittipaldi. Who? You know, the guy who won the World Championship.
Oh, yes. First of all, he's my teammate. Secondly, I like him. And of course, Francois became more than just a friend. He became part of the family.
For Jackie and Francois, life was beautiful. It was a shadowless friendship, totally balanced.
I remember a time in the Dutch Grand Prix when they were first and second, and just before the end, Jackie missed the gear in Tarzan corner, and Francois, instead of taking advantage and pass him, he slowed down and stayed behind. And he said that he didn't really want to beat him in that way. So it was a man with a lot of class.
You know, I enjoy all the moments of my life. It's almost incredible. There are very few things that I must do that I don't enjoy. For now, I'm the happiest man in the world. I just hope it goes on. Well, life was smiling on him, and he smiled in life. But behind the smile was being forged a champion's character. The archangel had nerves of steel and a sure determination. A pilot must have a strong will. In English they say, don't give up. It means you've got to be stubborn. To drive at 200 kilometers an hour in a Grand Prix, you must have the will to fight. Well, Francois Cevert permanently tested his will to fight. Formula 1, Formula 2, sport prototypes. The prince flew from race to race, leading his quest for absolute happiness with a never-quenched thirst. In his quest, he only gave glory and money a cursory thought. Driving was the only thing bringing him absolute happiness. Francois Cevert was slowly reaching the peak of his own Everest. Now he shared podiums with Stewart. The dream was turning into reality. He was celebrated everywhere. He now belonged to the club of the very best. He was the ruling prince. He said, "I love motorsport, and racing cars love me." If a pilot shares his experience with another one, it's obvious that sooner or later the two will be equal, and one of the young pilots who've recently entered Formula One will be able to beat Jackie Stewart. Well, beating Jackie Stewart was the dream of a whole generation of drivers, a dream Francois Cevert did not think he would fulfill so quickly. And yet, during the 1971 United States Grand Prix, Cevert beat not only Stewart, but also Seifert, Peterson, Ganley, Hill, Ickx, and all other stars of Formula One. On that day, he remained humble, saying, "I have the feeling that I played some tricks on them." It was the first victory during a Grand Prix, the first one in a run that everyone thought would be exceptional. It would, however, be his only win. The champagne drunk that day had the scent of the laurel wreath that he'd won for himself. He just entered a very private club of Grand Prix winners. The Prince was mad with joy that day. It was in Watkins Glen in the United States, on the continent where dreams often become reality.